Seeing that it's 6 o'clock, I'm going to call to order the Village of Belleville Board of Trustees meeting for Monday, April 15th, 2025. Roll call, please.
You want to go to the Pledge of Allegiance first?
Roll call's first on the agenda.
How is that first on the agenda?
Mine says Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, mine says Pledge of Allegiance.
Mine says call to order.
That says call to order. Trouble?
This one says call to order also.
Yeah, and then the Pledge of Allegiance is that.
I'm sorry. My bad. Call it first time jitters.
Right.
Pledge allegiance to
the
flag
of the United States of America and
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Now that I made my first mistake, it's out of the way. Now roll call, please.
Absolutely. President Service.
Here.
Trustee Bainan.
Here.
Trustee Bongard. Here. Trustee Eichelkraut.
Here.
Trustee Ward. Present. Trustee Ziegler.
Here.
We have a quorum.
And was the meeting posted?
What's posted is required by law.
So the public participation. Public participation allows citizens to be heard on any agenda and non-agenda item. The public may also comment during the public participation section of each item. The village board shall make no decisions or consideration of action of citizen comments for items not on the agenda, except to refer the matter to the village administrator for administrative consideration or to schedule the matter for board consideration at a later date. And as a reminder, please step up to the podium, state your name and address so that clerk can hear, and try to keep your comments to 3 minutes, please.
I don't have anyone scheduled for public
Okay.
participation.
Anyone like to speak? No comments. Okay. Moving on to the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered routine and will be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member requests it, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered the first item after the approval of the consent agenda. We have 2 items on that tonight: the village board meeting minutes from April 7th, 2025, and the Colt Drive Development Agreement Amendment.
Approve the consent agenda.
Second.
That's Gary first and Deb second. Maxine.
Okay.
I'm
I'm sorry.
Deb's sitting over there. Sorry. Okay. Any comment? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Village President's Report. I'm going to get a sad piece of news out of the way first. It's been come to our attention that Terry Kringle passed away on Sunday evening or Monday morning. He served many years as village trustee and as president during some of those. And I considered him my mentor when I became trustee, and I'm going to miss him very much. So just like to let people know, and it's about all the information we have right now, and we'll sure be making some arrangements of some sort. On happier news, I'd like to welcome our new trustee, Debbie Bongard. Congratulations on your election win.
Thank you.
Looking forward to working with you and everyone else here and the public. And looking forward to just continuing the momentum that the prior boards have had with getting things rolling here in the community, and progress is being seen. So I'm hoping we can continue that. That's all I have right now.
Don't need it.
Town president.
Thank you. Except for staff reports also. So organizational meeting items. First item on the agenda here is discuss and consider the appointment of President Pro Tempore. So this is something that normally just gets appointed. Just need someone to make a motion to appoint.
I make a motion to appoint Gary Ziegler.
Second it.
Discussions? Any other? Lucky Gary.
Just don't go anywhere, so.
I don't remember needing a roll call for this one, but if you want to roll one, it better, doesn't hurt.
Let's do a roll call vote on that.
Okay, trustee Bannon,
Yeah.
trustee Bongard,
No.
trustee Eichelkraut,
Yes.
trustee Ward,
Yes.
trustee Ziegler,
Yes.
President Service.
Yes.
All right, that passes 5-1.
Next item on the agenda is to discuss and consider the 2025-2026 committee appointments.
The only change that I had today is on the License Advisory Committee, Jenna Shane. Told us she could no longer serve. We called around and Melissa Francois was willing to take that seat. So that's the only change from what was posted.
The correction I called you about the other day, Joel, it's Jacobs, and just Jacob.
Yep, that's what changed right on our side.
Gabe, did you by chance print out a list of all the committee and the members on each committee?
I can for one.
That would be great if you did.
Yep.
Can we print that off of our? Can we print that off of our computer?
But if it, like if you had the attachment, yeah, it was just a PDF.
Although we approved the 2025, 2026 committee assignments.
Second.
It's up to you. You're the chair, so you decided with that second. Kelly. Okay.
Closest, loudest, I guess.
I sat on top of it tonight. It's like. Get it to. I didn't know if you wanted, if Maxine wanted to see that before we.
Almost got me. Right?
This is updated.
Good photos. It was almost got me.
Very much.
More time to review that before we vote?
No.
Any discussion on the any appointments? None? All those in favor?
I.
Seen them.
They were attached to the agenda.
So if you see the committee list,
It doesn't like you either.
Like a custom.
Also in the.
There we go.
So weird.
We're good. You can see it.
but motion's been made and seconded,
Yeah,
and now we just have to vote.
yes, that's where we're at. A motion by Gary, seconded by Shelley. What I had approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Next item is a thing we have to do every year. It's to, appoint a weed commissioner, and this is to appoint James, and I'm gonna butcher Jim's last name of
Mimosa.
Mimoser. So appoint James Mimoser as weed commissioner.
I'll make a motion to appoint James Melmoser as weed commissioner.
Second it.
Any comment?
Does he get a raise?
He doesn't. But he was one last year. He was the weed commissioner last year.
Doesn't want a raise?
I offered him and he took $2 less, so.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I tried for him.
I tried for him coming.
Okay.
I think we all are trying for him,
Jesus.
so.
Yeah.
All right, any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Next item. Discuss and review the 2025 through 2029 Future Ready Strategic Plan.
Yeah, so I put up on the Teams, I think on the computer, trustees have access to this. But if you ever want to know kind of what progress we're making, all of that, Debbie, I'll get you signed in to Write now that you have a email. But all of you have access to Write. It has in there the strategic plan, what we're doing, how far we've come on things, what's the status of everything, who was assigned to that, what year it's happening, all that kind of stuff. So take a look at that when you get a chance. We've accomplished quite a bit already. So I'd probably say at the end of the budget season, kind of starting up next year, we'll start updating for future years. So yeah, not really anything that you need to discuss, but just kind of refresh where the previous board directed us to go, look at that, look at where the milestones were and kind of where we're heading in the future.
It's like looking at refreshing yourself with the strategic plan and why we're doing things and what the focus is. It helps clear up why we make the decisions we do sometimes. So
Does the public get to see this?
The strategic plan is totally online.
I'm sorry.
The strategic plan is online and all of the years and dates and all that, just of the internal stuff on kind of notes and progress side. The board has access to, but the public does not at this point. I want to figure out a way that we can make it more accessible that way, but the strategic plan is all about that. Absolutely.
okay, no actions needed on that. So on to item 10, new business. First up is to discuss and consider the vacant trustee position. So with my being elected president, I had to resign my trustee position. So that leaves a seat open. And we can, we have a couple options on how to fill that seat. We can reach out to the next individual with the most highest votes from the recent election and see if they're still willing to take the position. That's probably the easiest, in my opinion. And you can post it for a period of time and see who responds. And the third option is to go to an election, which is time consuming and expensive, costs us more money. So Those are kind of the three options.
I'd like to see us post it for 2 weeks. See what else applies. And then take interviews like you did, Shelley.
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Said I'd like to see us post it for transparency, post it and see if anybody else is willing to run for it and then interview the candidates did the show for Shelley's position.
I think we just go with the person with the next highest votes.
Second that.
I just think it, in all fairness, rather, if we were to do an election, like you said, it's expensive.
Plus the public's already spoken.
Correct.
I agree.
Right, I mean, with the number, with going by the most recent election and the number of votes that were had, you know, that is the public speaking, you know, what they want. If we interview we'll go through the process, we'll interview whatever the candidates, and then, you know, is there, and make a selection from there.
You have to do a public interview.
Similar to what we did in October. and With the month of posting, the interview, the open discussion process.
Past history has been if were other people in the most recent election, you went to the next highest vote getter. When Shelley got appointed, there was only 3 that ran at that time, so that's why we had to do it that way, so.
And that's how I ended up as a trustee also.
Right,
I was
exactly.
the next highest vote getter also. That was 3 years ago. So there's some precedent to that.
That just makes sense. And then especially, I mean, we don't want the seat to remain vacant for too long. You know, even just a few weeks is too long.
So has there been a motion made or what?
Not officially, no.
Not officially.
So I'll make
Yes
a
or no?
motion to appoint this next highest vote getter.
Second,
I agree.
So we have a motion. Any other discussion?
I'll second it.
It's already been second.
Oh,
Discussion.
Yep.
okay.
So this would probably be a roll call vote.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be a roll call vote. And to be clear, the next highest vote getter, just as we'll put that in the motion, was Deb Casmar. So that you're all aware of what we're actually appointing the next highest vote getter. That was Deb Casmar. Sorry, I started writing instead of.
So what happens if Deb doesn't want the position?
Then you go to Jeff.
Then Jeff, right? And if that doesn't work, then we're.
Then you guys gotta come back and decide.
Can you post it?
We'll post it then, okay?
And then Deb, whoever takes that seat, fills out the remaining of your term, so they do have to run in December.
So, yeah, that's important to know. It's just for 1 year. Remainder of my term as my trustee term, so. Okay. Any other comments? Okay,
Yeah, I will call the roll. Trustee Bainan.
Yep.
Trustee Bongard.
No.
Trustee Eichelkraut.
yes.
Trustee Ward.
Yes.
Trustee Ziegler.
Yes.
President Service.
yes.
There's a passes on a roll call of 5-1. Fine.
Stop.
Next item under new business is discuss and consider a date for the board of review. Oh, yes.
Did I miss something? Did you ask her?
I guess Deb is here. She wanted to verify that she was.
Deb, do you want the position? All right.
Deb will start next week at the next meeting. We'll
Okay,
fulfill her oath of office.
okay.
After this
I didn't hear
meeting.
you ask her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's great. It's okay.
3 strikes, yep. I'm done.
We've definitely made more mistakes. All all here. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Okay, Board of Review. So traditionally, Board of Review by statute is required to happen between, I think it's, can't remember, sometime now in April and the first week of June. Now, as you guys know, we hired a new assessor company, or some of you might not know. But we hired a new assessor in the fall. So this is her first time in the village. She's asked for more time just to get to know the village and the land and kind of familiarize herself with the homes and the costs and all that thing before we hold Board of Review. We have scheduled the official Board of Review for actually August 26th. That's a Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. All of you are on Board of Review along with me. But because by statute, you're supposed to hold it within this, I think, 5 or 6 week term in the spring, what we need to do is hold Board of Review and adjourn to the meeting in August. So what I'm looking for here is just I figured we could just do this 10 minutes before a board meeting in May. So whether that's the first meeting in May or the first Monday or the third Monday in May, I'm just looking for whichever meeting you guys would be more comfortable holding that Board of Review meeting either on the 5th of May or the 19th, and then we'll literally call it to order. We might approve some minutes, we might not. I haven't decided yet. And then we'll adjourn to the August date. Open book will happen. It's either July, I think it's July 30th or July 31st from 3 to 5. That's a virtual phone call thing that the public can, and we will be promoting now that we're past election season into the new term here. So we will let the public know about their opportunity to talk with the assessor during open book and stuff. But
Open book, you said we call?
yeah, so you
you're
schedule
gonna-
a time. They have like an online portal where you can schedule a time to call the assessor, and you do like a virtual one-on-one, and she kind of goes through and
She look
explains.
that stuff up for you?
Yeah, she will. She'll talk through it with you and answer any questions and
Okay,
that's by statute, we're required to do that every year, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the 5th or the 19th, whichever meeting you guys would like to come 10 minutes early to and hold another meeting would be great.
Either one works for me.
Me too.
Take it.
Okay, I want to get it over with. So how about we do it on May?
19th.
Okay, we have an opinion. I love that.
I guess this should be.
Let's do May 19th then at 5:50 p.m. So that'll be 10 minutes before the board meeting on the 19th. And I don't think I need a motion for that. I just needed guidance. So we're good. Thank you.
All right, so let's see. Reports from boards, commissions, and committees. Puts me up for the planning commission, which I need to look at the notes for a reminder.
We did the conditional use permit for Alliant Energy.
Yep, they're expanding their power distribution
Substation, yeah.
station over there, so it's going to be twice as big when it comes to equipment out there, and I'm correct, once they get the new stuff built, the older stuff will come out, and there'll be a retention pond there and that kind of stuff. So getting ready for growth and higher electric demand. So that's what's going on. Put that,
Saving most of the stuff for May.
yeah. That's pretty much it for that. Slow staging. No, I didn't. Whew. All right. Police committee.
We've got we're going to be looking at a flock camera system coming to the board in May or next week, excuse me. And the F-150 has been ordered. So should be in
You don't know when I'm gonna be in. Just ordered it.
Hasn't been scheduled yet.
That's a flock camera.
It's a safety camera system that allows the PD, on multiple PDs to be able to kind of track somebody if they rob a bank in Madison, and using the fog camera system, they could track them down to here, or whoever has a fog camera system. So, and I think it's kind of, you get into the system that everybody else.
Yeah, they have to ask for permission.
One other item from Planning Commission, there's, it's brought to our attention that, some of the land to the south of the proposed subdivision, Badger Trail there is going to become a nature conservancy, or is in the works for that. So, the landowner was asking for some design considerations of that subdivision to help preserve the land. So that's, they made a presentation. So that was what happened. So, right. Item 12, news and announcements. I don't have any myself. We are actively working to get the wall prepped for the murals so that we can get that painted as soon as possible. So,
Did they find somebody to?
Yeah, there's a few quotes, but nothing yet finalized.
Yeah, artist has asked to come in, now the last 2 weeks of May anyway, so it gives us a little more time to find someone to prep the wall. He said that you should have it, work on it last 2 weeks of May, and we have tentatively scheduled the unveiling, I use that term loosely, and the community chalk walk event for the 31st of May. More information on that as
1st of May.
31st of May. Yes. I had to think about, 31st of May. It's a Saturday morning, yep. That special event application just got turned in today, so more information on that as soon as we get it through department heads.
Like Pops and Bobbers is June 7th.
okay. So, but I've seen kids out fishing. Annie?
Doesn't Public Works own a power wash?
No, we don't have the capabilities because you also have to prime it and all that kind of stuff, and you need a scissor lift, and we don't have that.
It's 14 feet up the wall. It's actually quite tall, so.
Yeah. We have to prime it,
Yeah.
$1,000, and we have to prime it?
It wasn't.
The money was raised for it.
Thanks.
It's all there. Any future agenda items?
Got a lot of stuff next Monday. Stay tuned.
It's gonna be an impact day.
And it'll be up Friday.
Right. There's no other comments. I'll entertain a motion.
A motion to adjourn, second.
Ellie, okay.
Made the motion.
Maybe, okay.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's adjourned.
It's 29.
29. Man.